Hey there, it's Etan coming to you from Cahuenga and Yucca to bring you the story of the Halifax Apartments right behind me. So like a lot of Hollywood apartment buildings, this one was built in the 1920s at a time when Hollywood was booming. There was a whole ton of construction going on. The population of Los Angeles doubled between 1920 and 1930 from about 575,000 to like 1.2 million. And a lot of those people were attracted to the nascent film industry, and they needed a place to stay. This was one of the very first mid-rise Hollywood apartment complexes that was constructed here in 1923. There were a whole ton of them around this part of the city, and this one was a little bit different than some of the other ones that would be created later because it was designed as not just an apartment complex, but more like an apartment hotel. So it had maid service, it had a garage at a time when not many buildings did. It was pre-furnished, so you didn't have to bring in your own stuff if you were coming in from the Midwest or the East. Now, it was designed by the firm of Walker Eisen, and this was one of the preeminent firms in Los Angeles at the time. They also did the Oviatt Building and the Fine Arts Building downtown, two classics. They did the Taft Building in Hollywood. So they were known for just doing incredibly high quality work in a lot of like revival styles. So this one was a Renaissance revival style. Beyond the building itself, the story of the man who built it is a super incredible one. This was funded by a man named Leach Cross, and he was a New Yorker, came from a wealthy family, and in order to fund his schooling at NYU's dentistry school, he turned to boxing. And he had to hide his boxing from his parents because he didn't want them getting embarrassed. So he invented the name Leach Cross. His original name was Lewis Wallach. He loved boxing so much that it became kind of a semi-professional career for him, even though he was just okay. He moved to Los Angeles and thought maybe I should get into this whole Hollywood gig. And so he started up these exhibition shows and kind of comedy skits along with another professional boxer. So Leach Cross retired from boxing in the early 20s. He started training other fighters, even appeared in a couple Hollywood films, one of them with Douglas Fairbanks. But all the while he was looking for new investments. One of them was real estate. And that's where he got the idea to buy this plot of land on Cahuenga and Yucca. He had his name legally changed to Leach Cross so he could call this building the Cross Arms Apartments. That was its original name. Cool factoid, Leach Cross's wife, Alta, was a painter of some repute, and she actually painted about 150 works to decorate the interior of this building, and I wish I could go inside and see all of those. Now, about a year after the Cross Arms, later Halifax, were built, Leach Cross decided to sell the building. And he got out of the property ownership game for a minute and got into the restaurant game. The stock market crash happened. He lost everything. And he lived out most of the rest of his years as a dentist on the East Coast, New York, and also a boxing referee. So it was the new owner that changed the apartment building's name from Cross Arms to Halifax Apartments. In 1931, they added that sign up at the top, and that's how it's been ever since. Right now it has a new owner since about 2019, I believe, and the main tenant right now is the Thai Community Development Center. The rehab, they uncovered a lot of detailing. There's a lot of original cabinetry work or recreations of what were originally there. So they've actually tried to keep this as historic as they possibly can. Thanks for doing LA with me.